Chill out.
Dylan, that's
Get him
Tyreek.
video.
I did. Dylan.
Yo, FaceTime me.
We tell you to do something, you understand? Not what you want, but what we want. You're a little fucking confused.
What the fuck?
It's Tyreek
Dylan, go.
Hill.
Dylan, no. I'm trying to get on video.
Flip me around.
They put him in handcuffs.
No way, flip me around.
Oh, fuck.
No, he's on his way to the game. Oh, I bet you this Rolls Royce is another.
Now Tyreek!
No, that's actually Tyreek.
When I step up on the scene, oh shit, they got fucking Reed. Oh, they arrested Reed. Money busting out my jeans, I got pull up in the demon on guard.
They arrested Reed.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's fucking Calais Campbell right there.
It's a Z shit. It's a Z shit. Pull up in the demon on guard. Looking like I still do fraud.
Yo,
Flying private jet.
bro, they're arresting.
The Dolphins wide receiver, who was briefly handcuffed outside Hard Rock Stadium, went on to score a touchdown in Miami's win over Jacksonville. Miami-Dade police said Sunday they were launching an investigation of an incident that morning in which Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill was briefly detained and handcuffed while driving to Hard Rock Stadium for Miami's game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hill played in the game, and after he scored an 80-yard touchdown, he celebrated by pretending to reenact his handcuffing. Afterward, the 30-year-old wide receiver told reporters that he acted respectfully with police after being pulled over for a possible speeding violation. Regarding his treatment, some of which was caught on video by people driving by, Hill said he was still trying to figure it out. The director of the Miami-Dade Police Department, Stephanie V. Daniels, said in a statement released after the game that an internal affairs investigation was underway and that one of the officers involved in the incident has been placed on administrative duties while the investigation is conducted. In a statement earlier in the day, Daniels said her staff was also reviewing available body camera footage. Noting that Hill was pulled over Sunday morning, about 1 block from the stadium, the Dolphins said in a statement that several teammates saw the incident and stopped to offer support. Miami defensive tackle Calais Campbell told ESPN that when he went to intervene in Hill's situation, believing it to be a case of excessive force, he also was detained and handcuffed. Campbell, 38, said he was cited for disobeying a direct order. Excessive force on a black man? That's not uncommon, Dolphins safety Jevon Holland told reporters after the game. It's a very common thing in America, so I think that needs to be addressed at a countrywide level.
Going on before the game.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was stretching and I seen on the TV, bro got arrested. And then I seen the clip, cop like kicked him or something like that. It was crazy. So that's got to get handled. You know what I'm saying? Excessive force on a black man, that's not uncommon. It's a very common thing in America, so I think that needs to be addressed a countrywide level. So yeah, I don't think that shit is cool at all. But you know, it's not unnatural or not uncommon for cops to do that type of shit, especially the black man. So that needs to be addressed, for sure.
Every Miami player involved in the incident played in the game, which was the NFL season opener for both teams. Hill finished with 130 receiving yards as his Dolphins staged a second-half comeback for a 20-17 win over Jacksonville. Following the contest, Hill said he had no idea why he was placed in handcuffs. "I wasn't disrespectful because my mom didn't raise me that way, didn't curse, didn't do none of that," he said at a post-game news conference. Hill added that after pulling over, he put his hands on the steering wheel as he had been taught, and that he acted in a respectful manner without using his celebrity in hopes of gaining preferential treatment. Informed at the news conference of the officer's placement on administrative leave, Hill said, "That should tell you everything you need to know." How things escalated into the situation they were in handcuffs and being held on the ground by police, is mind-boggling to me, Drew Rosenhaus, Hill's agent, told ESPN before the game. "I'm deeply concerned by that and very troubled. We will be looking into it. We will be investigating this. We will look out for Tyreek, but I'm not going to make any allegations at this time."
What happened? It's a heartbreaking situation. Obviously, I love Tyreek. I hated to see him in the situation he was in with the police. He is going to play today. Number one, he's okay. Number two, he's going to play. Number three, apparently he got a ticket for moving violation entering the stadium. How things escalated into the situation that they were in handcuffs and being held on the ground with police is mind-boggling to me. I'm deeply concerned by that, very troubled. We will be looking into it. We will be investigating this. We will look out for Tyreek, but I'm not going to make any allegations at this time. The most important thing is Tyreek is okay. Physically, mentally, he was very distraught about what happened. Tyreek has told me over and over he's a big supporter of police. He was telling the police there, I want to be a police officer in the future, but this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this.
Drew, what did Tyreek Hill tell you happened?
Well, it was all happening in real time. He said he was driving into the stadium. The police stopped him, took him out of the car, basically, at that point, got rough with him. And from my estimation, it was completely unnecessary. And you'd mentioned the whole Scotty Scheffler thing that you had saw. I have to assume this is a similar situation, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm just thankful Tyreek's okay, and he was given a moving violation ticket, and he's going to focus on the game, and then we'll address this afterwards. I just want to make sure my client's treated fairly.
That's right. Did Tyreek tell you why he was pulled over in the first place? It's right outside the stadium.
It's a legal situation, so I got to be careful not to get into too many details, but he was entering the stadium when all this happened. All the extra stuff that happened just seems, from my perspective, completely unnecessary. I'm very distraught about it. I was greatly worried about Tyreek, but thank God when I got there, the situation was calming down. The Dolphins got involved. The head of security, Drew Brooks, did a great job. I think that Tyreek's going to be fine today, but we're going to have to look into this. I want to make sure he wasn't mistreated.
Were you able to talk to police about what their account of the situation was?
No, and so for that reason, I'm not getting into too much about that, but there were police there, and the ones that I dealt with were cooperative, but obviously there were others that were not. So I hope we can look into this after the game. I wanted Tyreek to concentrate, do what he needs to do, and then we'll pursue this afterwards.
How long was Tyreek in handcuffs?
I'm not sure, but however long is too much. That's completely unnecessary. He obviously wasn't doing anything that warranted that type of treatment. It's mind-boggling to me. I'm in a state of shock to see what happened.
Other teammates arrived at the scene. Were they there, and did they also get into any kind of confrontation?
I don't want to bring anybody into it, but I did see Calais Campbell and John Smith, two veteran leaders, and they were very concerned about what was happening to Tyreek. I won't speak for them, but I'm grateful for them for going to help Tyreek and get involved.
And Tyreek Hill will play today, you're saying?
Yes, he is. I think we'll see him on the field here shortly in warm-ups.
Well, Greeny, straight from the mouth of Drew Rosenhaus, the agent of Tyreek Hill.
The most important thing is Tyreek is okay physically, Rosenhaus continued then. Mentally, he was very distraught about what happened. Tyreek has told me over and over he's a big supporter of police. He was telling police there, I want to be a police officer in the future, but this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. For him to put handcuffs on me, I felt some kind of way, Campbell told the NFL Network during a post-game interview.
Right now, so I've been trying to figure that out. Too, man. Right now, I'm still trying to put it all together. So I'm not going to give you a version that I still don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to be able to use this platform to say, like, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill, bro? Worst case scenario. Because it's crazy. I want to be a cop one day. I got state trooper hat, all that. So I got a lot of respect for cops, man. But obviously, everybody has bad apples in every situation. So I want to be able to use this platform to figure out a way to like flip this and make it a positive on both ends, on my end and then also Miami-Dade. So that way we can team together and do something positive for the community, because that's what it's all about, bro. Like, you guys are here to like, protect us as individuals, and I have a platform and I want to be able to team up with you guys. So that's all I gotta say.
But that just goes to show how resilient we are. We didn't let that stop us. We just got back in our mind, got focused again, and went out there and played a good football game, but it definitely was an interesting way to start a ball game. Video shows Hill, in an undershirt and jeans, face down on the pavement beside his car as officers handcuffed him.
No way.
Chill out.
Dylan, that's
Get him
Tyreek.
video.
I did. Dylan.
Yo, face.
You want fucking commute.
What the fuck?
Tyreek
Dylan, go.
Hill.
Dylan, no. I'm trying to get on video.
They put him in handcuffs. Oh, fuck.
No, he's on his way to the game. Oh, I bet you this Rolls Royce is another.
He said he was driving in the stadium, the police stopped him, took him out of the car, and basically at that point got rough with him, Rosenhaus said. From my estimation, it was completely unnecessary. Rosenhaus said he had to assume the situation was similar to that involving golfer Scottie Scheffler, who was arrested at the PGA Championship in Louisville in May. Scheffler later was released and was not charged. The Noah Lyles versus Tyreek Hill saga is heating up, and it's got everyone buzzing. Olympic champ. Noah Lyles is not holding back. He's ready to destroy NFL star Tyreek Hill in a race, calling the whole feud one-sided. Who's the speed king? Is Lyles gonna leave Hill in his dust, or will the NFL star shock the world? It all started when Lyles threw some major shade at Super Bowl winners, questioning if they're really world champs. Hill clapped back hard, challenging Lyles to a 50-yard showdown. On the Up and Adams show, Hill dropped this bombshell: "I will beat Noah Lyles, not by much, but I will beat him." Talk about confidence. But Lyles, he's not even breaking a sweat. He's ready to prove Hill wrong and send him packing. Now here's where it gets juicy. Former NFL star Rondé Barber has entered the chat, and he's not mincing words. He's Team Lyles all the way. Barber told WFLA.com on August 27, 2024, "Oh, trust me, track athletes do it for a living. They will destroy any fast football player. Shots fired." But wait, there's more. Barber's not just talking the talk, he's walked the walk. This guy was a high school hurdle sensation. "I started hurdling really young," Barber shared, getting all nostalgic on us. "By the time I reached the higher levels, I had been perfecting my craft for years." He didn't stop there. Barber's got nothing but respect for the sprinters. These sprinters, like Noah Lyles, are running insanely fast times because they've mastered their technique. The sports world is divided. Some fans are Team Lyles all the way, while others think Hill's got what it takes to shock us all. Popular sports media outlet Whistle added fuel to the fire, tweeting, "Tyreek Hill versus Noah Lyles may be closer than you think."
Here are 3 reasons Tyreek Hill might actually beat Noah Lyles. This video shows how Tyreek would have done in the 2016 Olympic 200 meter based on the time he recorded as a 16-year-old track star. He would have kept pace with everyone not named Usain Bolt. And again, he was 16. His highest recorded speed in the NFL is just 4 miles per hour off the speed Noah was at in this year's Olympics. But imagine what Tyreek's speed would be without over 10 pounds of equipment on. And Tyreek was smart to propose a 50-yard race, less than half the length of the 100 meter, because Noah is known for his slow starts and he'd have less time to recover like he did at the Olympics.
One fan on Twitter didn't hold back. "Lyles is gonna embarrass Hill. Football speed ain't track speed. #TrackGoat." Tremaine Smith tweeted, "I think Hill is just running his mouth. He don't really want that smoke. He's been ducking a race with DK, so I know he's just running his mouth about Lyles. Lyles is just the popular guy to talk about now, and everyone is just taking their shots at him. But not everyone's convinced." Reddit user NFL Speed Demon had this to say, "Don't count Tyreek out. He's not just fast for football. He's fast, period. This could be closer than y'all think." Another Reddit user on track and field offered a different perspective based on personal experience. "Noah Lyles versus Tyreek Hill. I ran track in college, and you would always hear a football player that ran in high school swear they can beat a track athlete. Track fast is simply not football fast. I wasn't a sprinter, but I was fast and an All-American in field events. I raced one of our All-American sprinters after practice, and when we started, he just kept accelerating until I was just looking at the bottom of his spikes, and he wasn't even trying. I had never raced and lost that bad so quickly. I can only imagine what an Olympic-level sprinter would be like. Do you think Tyreek would even be close?" The debates even caught the attention of other sports stars. Olympic legend Usain Bolt tweeted, Speed is speed, but technique is everything. This would be one hell of a race to watch. Hashtag Speed Kings. But amidst all the drama, let's not forget how incredible both these athletes are. Lyles is crushing it on the track, while Hill's leaving defenders in the dust on the field. Is Lyles gonna smoke Hill on the track? Or does the NFL star have a trick up his sleeve? So what's your take on this speed showdown? In the world of track and field, where milliseconds separate champions from challengers, a new rivalry has sparked intrigue and debate. NFL star Tyreek Hill's bold claim to outrun Olympic gold medalist Noah Lyles has set the sports world abuzz. But as the dust settles on this unexpected showdown, it's Lyles who may have just won without ever stepping onto the track. Tyreek Hill recently stirred the pot on the Up and Adams podcast, confidently claiming, "I would beat Noah Lyles. I wouldn't beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles." This bold declaration came hot on the heels of Lyles snagging the 100-meter gold at Paris 2024. Naturally, Noah Lyles wasn't about to let that slide. So when NBC caught up with Nojo to get his take on the so-called beef, his response was as direct as his sprinting, short and brutally honest. "It can't be beef because it's one-sided," he told the NBC hosts in a classic display of Noah Lyles' confidence. While many have come to dislike the 27-year-old's displays, branding them as brashness, there's a good he has only responded when asked about it. So, the track and icon may have said the NFL's cheetah's persistence in beating him is a one-sided and foolhardy mission. However, it's more likely the sprint double world champion knows it would be a one-sided victory for himself if the pair raced. While the Super Bowl champion chose to pursue a football career, he never forgot his tracks and field roots. The two athletes were more closely matched in high school and college, with Hill's 10.19 second 100-meter PB. However, the story is different now. The pair's 2024 double medalist is still faster across 60 meters, despite slower acceleration stats against the top 100mm sprinters. Finally, Noah Lyles hopes the match will be fair, as 50 yards, 45.72 meters, is too short for either athlete to hit top speed. However, Tyreek Hill has silently avoided adhering to the 100 meters standard in his challenge. However, even if the two athletes could agree on all fronts, there's another reason why Nojo has mostly dismissed the NFL star. The more pressing reason behind Noah Lyles refusing to entrain Tyreek Hill. Scores of track and field fans, including Tyreek Hill, bet against the defending world champion during the 100 meters finals. Yet the champion lived up to everything he had boasted about ahead of the Olympics. Despite being the underdog on paper, Noah Lyles cinched a goal. However, the issues started a day after the historic 100 meters where Lyles broke a 16-year medal drought. The following day, Lyles felt sick and fatigued and had symptoms similar to COVID-19. A test by the team doctor confirmed his suspicions. Yet Noah Lyles competed and won the 200-meter bronze, and the effort took a severe toll. While speaking to Shannon Sharp, Nojo revealed that he will focus on rest and recovery for the rest of the season. Although the Olympian has recovered from COVID-19, he is too weak to compete. "I'm done for this year, man. I'm shutting it down," the track icon told the NFL legend. Noah Lyles doesn't want to race with Tyreek Hill or any of his rivals when doesn't feel 100% physically. Yet, do you think the track icon and the NFL star will race in the future? Write your thoughts in the comments. As Noah Lyles sprints into the future, he carries with him not just the title of world's fastest man, but the hopes and dreams of a new generation of track stars. With his mix of raw talent, mental fortitude, and refreshing honesty, Lyles isn't just racing against the clock. He's redefining what it means to be a champion in the modern era. Amid Tyreek Hill's challenge, Noah Lyles gives final verdict on being faster than Usain Bolt. Noah Lyles might have finally come to terms with who truly holds the title of the fastest man on Earth. After snagging Olympic gold in the 100 meters, Lyles was quickly crowned the world's fastest, but not without some backlash. NFL's cheetah, Tyreek Hill, even threw down the gauntlet, challenging Lyles, while others weren't shy about pointing out that the title of the fastest man ever still belongs to Usain Bolt. With his jaw jaw-dropping world records of 9.58 seconds in the 100 meters and 19.19 seconds in the 200 meters, Bolt set a bar so high it's practically in orbit, and it stayed untouched for 15 years. Lyles, always up for a challenge, vowed to chase down Bolt's records as he geared up for the Paris Olympics. He even had dreams of bagging 4 Olympic golds to cement his track and field dominance, but fate had other plans. A bout of COVID-19 threw a wrench in his ambitions. While Lyles did clinch the 100-meter gold with a solid 9.79 seconds, it was still a ways off from Bolt's legendary mark. Recently, when asked about breaking that elusive 9.58 barrier, Lyles didn't sound too convinced, maybe even a little hesitant to claim the title for himself. Noah Lyles might be the fastest man today, but he's still tipping his hat to Usain Bolt's legacy. Noah Lyles dropped some truth bombs on the How to Believe in Yourself podcast, diving into the whirlwind that is the fastest man on earth debate. The Olympic gold medalist tackled the topic head-on, noting how the title gets tossed around between the world record holder, the Olympic champ, and the world champion. It's like a fast-paced game of tag where everyone's trying to claim the title. But one thing Lyles is sure of, the 9.58 mark is no walk in the park. When asked if he's faster than Usain Bolt, Lyles was pretty candid. Not currently, not currently. In the 200, I'm the 3rd fastest man ever to live. I do feel I have great pride in saying that too. As you look through all history, you just like, wait, since the Earth started, I am the 3rd fastest man ever to live. Talk about a humble brag. As for breaking that 9.58 barrier in training, Lyles admitted that hand timers make it tough to get an exact read. However, he did recall a memorable moment when he clocked 9.5 seconds while practicing a 200-meter run, starting from the 150-meter mark and blasting the last 50 meters. Despite all the doubts and battling COVID-19, Noah Lyles shut them up by clinching gold in the 100 meters and bronze in the 200 meters, proving he's still a force to be reckoned with. But the drama didn't end there. The fastest man debate has spilled into other sports, with NFL star Tyreek Hill now challenging Lyles to a 50-meter showdown. Lyles puts the Tyreek Hill challenge in the spotlight. Previously on the Up and Adams show, Tyreek Hill threw down the gauntlet with a bold claim. I'm not going to beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles. Bold words from a guy who's no stranger to full-throttle sprints. But things have gotten even spicier since then. Noah Lyles, not one to back down, playfully jabbed at Hill in a post by Jomboy Media. What's the cheetah guy from football? What's his name? I can't remember his name. What's the football player who thinks he's fast name? On the Nightcap podcast with Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, Lyles called Hill's comments a bid for clout, saying, Tyreek is just chasing clout. Anytime somebody fast comes up, he says he wants to race them. If he really wanted to race people, he would have shown up like DK Metcalf. With a smirk, he added, the man dodges smoke, I don't got time for that. Naturally, Hill wasn't having it. He fired back on X, challenging Lyles to a 50-yard race, writing, sign the contract and lock in a 50-yard race. Hill's call for a shorter race didn't sit well with fans, who accused him of trying to manipulate the matchup. With the tension cranked up, it'll be interesting to see if Noah Lyles steps up to the plate. Given Lyles' Olympic gold and bronze medals and his title as the 3rd fastest man in the 200 meters, do you think Tyreek Hill stands a chance? Noah Lyles' NFL controversy reignites as Miami Dolphins star drops new challenge after Paris Olympics. It looks like Noah Lyles' judgment day is finally here. Despite winning gold at the men's 100 meters dash at the Paris Olympics, the Florida native can't escape the controversy he created with his own hands. Last year, the sprinting sensation created quite a stir after his "World Champions of What?" comment directed at the NBA, and it looks like his words are catching up to him despite his efforts to outrun the drama. Ahead of the Paris Olympics, Lyles had claimed that he would be flying to the French capital with eyes on 4 gold medals. With that not happening in the city of love, the Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill believes it's time Lyles faced the music. Noah Lyles' worthy opponent season opening. In a post on X by NBA Central, the 30-year-old NFL star was heard talking his mind about how Noah doesn't have any authority to take digs at Super Bowl champs. Referring to the sprinter's fumble at the men's 200 meters race at the French capital, Hill said, Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Didn't he want to come out and pretend like he's sick? I feel like that's like horseradish. For context, Lyles ran the longer distance with COVID-19 and managed to bag a bronze while he was one of the favorites to win the event. Not stopping just there, Tyreek also said that Lyles would be better off talking about things that fall within his area of expertise. For him to do that and say that we're not world champions, just speak on what you know about, said the football celebrity with a rather stern face. But even he couldn't let the matter slide without stirring the pot a little. On being asked whether he would like to take on the 27-year-old on the tracks, Hill said bluntly, "I will beat Noah Lyles. I won't beat him by a lot, but I will beat Noah Lyles." While their prowess is yet to be verified, running icons from both the USA and the world have already weighed in on the debate of who will come out on top should Lyles and Hill lock horns. Legends from all walks of life have their say on the matter. Earlier this year, Tyreek talked about how he could have easily been a track and field star if his football prospect didn't work out as it has. Appearing in the Punchline podcast with Marlon Humphrey, Hill said, "I would have been the fastest man in the USA." However, in June, track legend Michael Johnson shut down Tyreek's hopes, claiming that the latter is not a formidable threat for any professional sprinter. Noting how his own project would bring the best track stars to the country, Johnson tried to put the debate to rest as he said, "While Tyreek is fast on the field against those DBs, he will not be able to stay with our Grand Slam track racers." Moreover, world record holder Usain Bolt also couldn't help but sneer when former NFL star Shannon Sharpe opined that Hill could take on the Jamaican phenom in a 40-yard dash. Taking to social media, Bolt retorted back saying, "Not even in a next universe." For months before the 33rd Olympic Games, Lyles had claimed that he would usurp Bolt's throne by hauling 4 gold medals in the City of Love, but Noah managing only 1 at the quadrennial tournament, being the target for jeers, was bound to happen, and Tyreek Hill wasn't one to let the opportunity go. Who do you think would triumph if these two sporting celebrities really did cross paths? Share your predictions with us in the comments section.
Sprinter Noah Lyles. He said that Super Bowl champs should not consider themselves world champions. What do you think of that?
Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to come out and pretend like he's sick. I feel like that's like horseradish. So for him to do that and say that we're not world champions of our sport says come on, bro, just speak on what you know about, you know what I'm saying, and that's track.
Would you like to race him when he gets home?
I would beat Noah Lyles.
You think so?
I would beat Noah Lyles.
Like by a lot?
No, I wouldn't beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles.
I'd like to see that happen.
And guess what? When I beat him, I'm going to put on a COVID mask and let him know I mean business, because I do mean business.
The thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Noah Lyles, what's the biggest difference between Noah in Tokyo and Noah in Paris?
I'd say it's definitely the joy I have in my heart. It's a lot stronger. It's not depressed, and it's ready to go. It's ready to enjoy time and energy and be in the moment here.
You're bringing us joy. How much are you enjoying that rivalry with Jamaica?
Hey, I'm here for anybody who wants to take the crown. Now that's what I'm all about, competitors and competing at the highest level.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill is one of the fastest men in the NFL. He thinks he can outrun the fastest man in the world. Team USA's Noah Lyles won the 100 meters final at the Paris Olympics in a photo finish with a time of 9.79 seconds, just 0.21 seconds away from Usain Bolt's world record. However, Hill is the latest athlete to take a jab at the Olympic champion following his controversial comments about American sports leagues. "I wouldn't beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles," Hill told Kay Adams on the Up and Adams show.
Sprinter Noah Lyles. He said that Super Bowl champs should not consider themselves world champions. What do you think of that?
Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Then he want to come out and pretend like he's sick. I feel like that's like horseradish. So for him to like do that and say that we're not world champions of like our sport says like, come on, bro. Like, just speak on what you know about. You know what I'm saying? And that's track.
Would you like to race him when he gets home?
I would beat Noah Lyles.
You think so?
I would beat Noah Lyles.
Like by a lot?
No, I wouldn't beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles.
I'd like to see that happen.
And guess what? When I beat him, I'm going to put on a COVID mask. And let him know I mean business. Because I do mean business.
Lyles, who has committed himself to growing the audience for track and field, has criticized North American professional sports leagues in the past for referring to their winners as world champions. You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their head, Lyles said during the 2023 Track and Field World Championships in Budapest. World champion of what? The United States?
The thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Hill added that Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him, and accused the track star of pretending he was sick after he finished third in the 200 meters. But could Hill actually beat Lyles in a race? There's no doubt Hill is lightning quick. He's a former track star at Coffee High School in Duluth, Georgia, and won both the 100 meters and 200 meters at the 2012 Georgia State meet as a junior. Cheetahs also reached a top speed of 22.01 miles per hour during Week 5 last season, the highest speed of any player all year. With that said, the numbers clearly back Lyles in a head-to-head foot race. Lyles' gold medal winning time in the 100 meters in Paris was 9.79 seconds. That bats Hill's best 100 meters time by nearly half a second, and easily bests his wind-aided time of 9.98 seconds. That may not sound like a lot, but 0.2 of a second in sprinting might as well be an age. Noah's top speed in the 100 meters Paris final was 27.84 miles per hour, over 5 miles per hour quicker than Hill's top speed last year. Granted, it's not an entirely fair comparison as Lyles is running in a perfectly straight line wearing specific running shoes, but it gives an insight into how quick they can go. One of Reek's best times in the 200 meters came in high school when he clocked 20.14 seconds. Lyles' bronze medal-winning 200 meters time in Paris, when he was battling COVID-19, was 19.70 seconds. His personal best in the 200 meters is 19.31 seconds. While Hill has undoubtedly got quicker since his high school days, there's no chance he's running the 200 anywhere close to that time. So no, unless Lyles is seriously compromised, Hill is not beating him in a 100 meters or 200 meters race. A potential rivalry between Tyreek Hill and Lyles has now led to a call by fans for the two athletes to race against each other. It would be interesting to see who comes out on top and earn the respect of their respective fan base. Ahead of this year's Olympic Games, the International Olympic Committee dropped all previous COVID-19 protocols, deciding that athletes and teams should be allowed to determine whether or not they were physically able to compete. The World Health Organization pointed out that cases of COVID were present among athletes at the Games, where at least 40 athletes tested positive for the virus, among those being Team GB's swimmer Adam Peaty, who tested positive less than 24 hours after his silver medal performance in the 100 meters breaststroke final. Despite spells of criticism, Lyles has embraced adding 2 more Olympic medals to his existing collection of a bronze from Tokyo 2020. After sharing an image of a negative COVID test, he was quick to celebrate his success with Team USA teammates, having been spotted partying in a Paris nightclub after the game's closing ceremony on Sunday. The beef between Noah Lyles and the NBA is getting even deeper.